Hello everyone, kumusta po kayo? In today's update, it's very important update. It's actually an advisory from the Bureau of Quarantine. Who is the Bureau of Quarantine? Well, the Bureau of Quarantine is actually the agency that's responsible for verifying documents for arriving passengers. They're one of their many responsibilities. BOQ staff will be the first ones to greet you upon arrival in the Philippines. And what about them? They released an advisory for travelers last September 12, 2022. And it's titled, Updated Entry, Quarantine, and Testing Requirements for Arriving Filipino Passengers. Now, we're just talking about it today, which is already October. But 2 weeks have passed already since this was released. I didn't see it, guys. This was only on the website of BOQ. It wasn't announced on anywhere, really. It was only on their website. So let's hear it. What is this about, Jennifer, and why are you saying it's a big deal? Let's read it. So this is signed by the Bureau of Quarantine Director, right? Dr. Ferdinand S. Salcedo. All right. For the continued guidance of the public, the following entry, testing, and quarantine requirements for Filipinos arriving from abroad shall be implemented at all ports of entry pursuant to IATF Reso 168. Let's keep going. Number 1, fully vaccinated travelers with booster shot and fully vaccinated travelers without booster shot but failed to comply with the pre-departure test, RT-PCR or antigen testing shall not be required to undergo facility-based quarantine and testing provided that they have received the second dose in 2-dose series or a single-dose vaccine more than 14 days prior to the date and time of departure from the country of origin or port of embarkation. Second, that they possess and present any of the following proof of vaccination, WHO or the National State Digital Certificate, and other proof of vaccination. The second section of this advisory says, unvaccinated, partially vaccinated, and individuals whose vaccination status cannot be independently validated shall undergo facility-based quarantine until the release of their negative RT-PCR test taken on the 5th day from the date of arrival, for immediate and strict implementation. So let's digest the information. Notice how the start of this advisory, it mentions specifically for Filipinos arriving from abroad. Therefore, it only covers Filipinos, not foreigners, not former Filipinos. It covers Filipino citizens. And it says that fully vaccinated travelers with or without booster who has no pre-departure test will not undergo testing and quarantine upon arrival. Basically, if you don't have a test, you don't have a booster, there's no consequence. You arrive here and you're good to go. It's like they're saying pre-departure test is lifted for the fully vaccinated Filipinos kahit walang booster. Kasi wala nang consequence. Kahit wala kang test, wala nang quarantine. Basta, more than 14 days na since you became fully vaccinated at meron kang proof of vaccination. Yun yung sinasabi eh. Yun yung talaga ang interpretation natin. Diba? So I wonder, this is big deal, okay, guys? Because up until May 30, I think it was April or May, na they lifted pre-departure test but only for those with booster. But this advisory of the Bureau of Quarantine states na kahit walang booster, kung wala kang test result, walang quarantine, walang testing upon arrival. So para na ding sinabi na lifted na yung testing as long as you're fully vaccinated Filipino. Ay, this is huge. I wonder though, why is it not in the news? Why is no one talking about it? Diba? Always, I've followed and reported travel protocols in the Philippines religiously since 2020, and every time there's a change, it's always on the news. Pero this one, wala, guys. And I only found out about this advisory from the Bureau of Quarantine website. So I did some research. I checked on Philippine Airlines because Philippine Airlines always updated yan sila. I checked on their website. Actually, it would make sense if I show my screen. Let's go. So we're here in the Philippine Airlines website. In here, guys, we will check the COVID-19 travel requirements for Filipinos. Let's see if the BOQ advisory is reflected on their website. Okay. Origin, it could be anywhere, but for this video, let's just say you're coming from Canada. Alright? It doesn't matter kahit saan. It's still the same, guys, ha? So, destination, Manila. Vaccination status, fully vaccinated. Traveler type, Filipino. Search. Okay? Yan, traveler type, proof of vaccination, of course, not required. Quarantine, walang quarantine. Medical certificate, not required. Mobile app, not required. Yan, passport validity, not required. But here, sa COVID test, it says here, passengers with or without booster shots shall not be required to present COVID-19 test, provided that they have received second dose or single dose vaccine more than 14 days prior to departure, and they have proof of vaccination. BOQ advisory, it's already stated here in their website sa PAL. So PAL is already adhering to BOQ advisory. Now let's however compare it, whatever, let's say foreigner. Okay, foreign national from visa-free countries, fully vaccinated. Let's see what it says about testing. Alright, let's move to testing here. COVID test required. Negative test taken within 48 hours prior to departure from country of origin. Exemption. Negative RT-PCR is not required for the following travelers: Filipino and foreign nationals aged 18 and above with primary series of COVID-19 vaccine in at least booster shot. So clearly, foreigners are not covered by that lifting of pre-departure test for those without boosters. Okay, that's sad. Why would they alienate foreigners? Why would they include them? That's not fair. Okay, let's however check for former Filipinos. Remember, former Filipinos, you may be Filipino by heart, by the looks, by the movement, char. Pero, to the law, guys, talagang foreigner ka na din. Kasi hindi ka na nag-apply ng dual former Filipino. Okay, let's check. Anong sinabi? So, let's go former Filipino with balikbayan privilege. Alright? Search. Tingnan natin if it included ba kayo sa BOQ advisory with PAL website. Alright, COVID test required. Negative RT-PCR test 48 hours prior to departure. Negative test is not required for the following travelers: Filipino and foreigners who has received primary series and at least one booster shot. This really confirms that former Filipinos and foreigners are not covered by the BOQ advisory, which lifts testing for fully vaccinated travelers or Filipinos. That sucks. Bakit hindi included? Why is it just limited to Filipinos? I have a theory. My theory is that Bureau of Quarantine has no power over rules for foreigners. It's like immigration has to be in it, or like more agencies, I feel like ganon. Kasi BOQ only covers Filipinos. Tingin ko lang, guys. Like, they can't make changes for foreigners. That's my theory. It would be better if PAL would make an advisory about it. And lately, DOH is out of place, no? They should have made an announcement of this as well. Hindi lang BOQ website. And I wonder if other airlines are aware of it. I tried checking with Qatar and Singapore Airlines and parang hindi din sila updated, guys. And it's October, guys. You know, whenever there's a new month, there's a new alert level in the country. Guess what? DOH has been quiet. No announcement. And there is no announcement either that we will no longer be adapting to alert level systems. So, what's going on? The Department of Health right now is a headless agency. No leader, no secretary. There is no excuse. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry if... Anyways, for foreigners, balikbayans will push it na dapat you are also covered by that, no? Hindi naman fair na Filipinos lang. Well, COVID treats everybody the same and everybody should enjoy the lifting of protocols similarly, same level. But I'll gather more information about this for kababayans who may have availed of this loosening up of restriction pre-departure tests, so those without booster. Share your experience. It would help our kababayans and other travelers as well. This is all I can share, guys. I will put the link on the Bureau of Quarantine announcement, so you have a copy in case you want to follow that. Okay? This is all I can share to you guys. I've sent an email na inquiry to BOQ na then I will get more information. And God bless you all po and stay safe. I hope nakatulong ang video na ito.